Hey, what's up, family? Welcome, welcome. We are finally here. I hope you are ready to build your future life in 2023 because next year can't look like this year. Even if there are some areas in our lives this year that was really good, like let's strive for great. Let's strive for excellent. Let's shoot for phenomenal. Let's it can't look like last year. With that being said, we have to have an aim. We have to look into the future and see what that looks like. And most importantly, we have to look in the future, visualize, which is a step that we're covering today. We have to visualize in the future to see who we must grow and develop to be as a person, because God is more interested in us becoming who He created us to be, as opposed to what He created us to do and who He created us to become. All right, so we have to visualize into the future to see what that better version of ourselves look like. But besides, we must always want to grow and develop to be someone better than who we are today. That should always be the goal. Because if we don't grow, whatever God has entrusted to us or have assigned to us, like, we can't really expect that to grow much. All right. So the second thing is we must look into the future to see what God created us to do, specifically our purpose. Because without purpose, without having a sense of fulfillment, that's when we find ourselves unhappy, stressed out, depressed. And I don't think I need to go any further beyond that point, because there's nothing like going to work and you hate the place you go to. Like, you just there for a check, like no fulfillment. Like, you come home and you eat, kick your feet up, and watch TV day in and day out, month in, month out, year in, year out. No fulfillment. Like that's beyond sad. And oftentimes we find ourselves sad because, like, our lives seem like it sucks, because, like, it's the same old thing, the same old routine, the same old thing year in, year out. Like, and it's like, why am I even here? You know what I mean? But God created each and every one of us for a reason and with a purpose. But we have to understand we can't give ourselves our own purpose. While we are here, we didn't create us. Only the manufacturer who created the product had a reason and a purpose for that product. We are his product. So we must go to him. It's from Christ through the Holy Spirit where we learn what our calling and our purpose is. So that means, on a quest of manifesting this future life, we must be attached. We must be attached to something. We must be attached to someone. We must be attached to the Creator who created us with something in mind for us to do. And once we begin the journey of walking with him, he'll not only disclose to us our purpose, we'll begin to learn our mission in our workplace. So when we go to work, it looks different. It feels different. Like, wake up motivated because I know why I'm going there. And I'm speaking from personal experience. May 2018, when I went to him. And I was at the darkest place in my life. Work life, personal life, like marriage, like every area of my life. I was losing and failing. And when I went to Christ and made the decision to live for him and surrender my life to him, and I submit to him, to his will, he began to take me down a journey of purpose. Now, my situation didn't change. I ain't gonna hostile to you like everything changed just like that. It didn't. But he took me down. He took me on a journey of of a purpose life. What a purpose life looked like. A year and 4 months later, he disclosed to me what my calling and purpose was. And it would have been sooner, but being disobedient and like it just like it prolonged the process. That's how good he is because like he could have been like, okay, you want to be disobedient, you want to do it on your own, you want to focus on the works and start slipping in relationship, cool, handle your business. But instead, in his goodness and being so graceful and merciful, he was just telling me, okay, I need you to take a week off from your kingdom duties and focus on me, focus on our relationship. He more concerned with the relationship than why he created us, because he want to live his life in with and through us while we're here on earth, doing all that he created us to do, living the life that he created us to have. He want to be a part of that. You know what I mean? So it's about the why we are here, why we were created, and looking into the future. Like, why when it come down, I heard about someone sharing their story, and it's like moving me in a different way. Like it's like squeezing my heart to tears. Why when I look on the news and I see this or that, and it's this group of people but it's not really those individuals, or not this type of, yeah, that's sad too, but it's this right here. It's these things that we have to look into, because whatever God wired us to do, whatever God created us to do, he wired us according to that, which means a receiver is inside of us and also a radar. So when it comes down to the radar, it's like we can sense certain things relating to, see, my calling, my purpose is to teach others how to learn their calling and their purpose. So guess what? Y'all always see me run your struggles on my struggle shirt. I learned my purpose in the midst of my struggles. So you think about struggles, it go hand in hand with purpose. You think about vision, and it goes along with purpose. Like if there are certain things I have a heart like a radar for, because of what God wired me according to the thing what he created me to do, and the same for you. All right, so the third and final thing that we're going to cover today that we need to visualize into the future is who he created us to become. Now I'm talking about profession. Who he created us to become. More specifically, what he called us. Who he called us to become. You have pastors, you have speakers, you have entrepreneurs, you have businessmen, you have nurses, you have, you know what I mean? Like, let's not mistake, oh, I'm a doctor. Like, no, like that's what you do. You know what I mean? Like, so it's profession / calling. Again, once we begin a journey walking with Christ, our profession is going to look much clearer to us. When we go to work, it's going to look much different, because now we know what our mission is here, right? So these are three things that we must visualize into the future, and who we must go and develop to become, what we were created and purposed to do, and who did God call us, or who is God calling us to become. All right. So look, we have to visualize often, because when we visualize often, we see in details. We can do something with those details. We know where we're going. We know what the next step is. So we have to always visualize. We have to see what it looks like before we can actually arrive. And in the description below, I'm going to put some daily practices there that will help you visualize, make it easier for you to visualize doing certain things, and at certain times of the day. I'm gonna give examples what helped me, and when I'm able to really tap in and do this, I'm gonna provide that to you. Maybe that'll help you, because we have to start visualizing to our future, because who we are today, we have to become someone more tomorrow. What we create us to do, that have to be a daily thing. Who he created us to become, who he called us to become, we have to really get serious about our mission and why he created us, because it's a whole nother ball game. We are here for a purpose. We are here on a mission, and all those things tie into creating, building, and manifesting that future life that he created us to have. It's all one package. See you next video. Peace.